from Portland, Oregon to announce your 2022 Core77 Design Award winners. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Allison Fonder. I'm a senior producer at Core77.
And I'm Kaching Song, Fusion 360 Community Manager at Autodesk.
We want to thank all of our jury captains and teams, as well as our sponsors, Keyshot and Sappy.
This year, we have 18 distinct categories to honor, as well as some honors unique to the 2022 awards.
Some special prizes this year include the Sustainability Prize, an award that goes to the most ambitious and promising regenerative design project of the past year, as well as the Keyshot Prize, which honors the best rendering work in the design industry of 2022. So without further ado, let's get into it.
We'll begin with announcing the winners in the Built Environment category.
This year's Built Environment category was led by Frank Chepkema and includes Junith Boehner, Cheryl Lesner, Dick Mulders, and Remy Versteeg.
Starting with professionals, the winner in this year's Built Environment category is Spotify Global by Acrylicize for Spotify, a series of playful wayfinding strategies and graphics for Spotify's global offices.
The jury said about this project, perfect execution on all levels from conceptual development to spatial design and social engagement. We were particularly charmed by the integration of art and many dimensions in the project. The wayfinding looks exquisitely creative without giving into functionality. The result seems to be an extremely playful and inspiring environment to work in. We cannot imagine this design not having a positive effect on the working community of Spotify.
Next up, the student winner in the Built Environment category. This year's student winner is Synergy by Devin Rooney for Savannah College of Art and Design, a traffic light concept powered by light refraction of bioluminescent light using algae.
The judges were impressed by the aspirational nature of this project, noting in a time where natural intelligence is probably more important than artificial intelligence, we appreciate the ambition formulated in this project and the courage to show a world that in symbiosis with nature instead of exploiting it. The themes addressed in this project show a realization with the younger generation that ecology is the foundation for any relevant innovation.
A big round of applause for this year's Built Environment winners.
Next up, the winners in the Commercial Equipment category.
This year's Commercial Equipment category was led by Christopher Kuh and includes Hannah Bossmark, Chloe Georgiadis, Chadwick Harbour, and Nicholas Lenote.
Starting with professionals. The winner in this year's Commercial Equipment category is Clover Vertica by Starbucks for Starbucks, a proprietary on-demand brewer for global Starbucks locations that freshly grinds and brews coffee by the cup while also eliminating the need for paper filters.
Being the prototypical commercial equipment, Clover Vertica is an industrial product that faces millions of consumers every day at a scale that defines an entire industry. Starbucks truly understood their responsibility and identified their opportunity to completely redefine the coffee-making process at large scale. It considers the full product lifecycle, its environmental impact, as well as accessibility and, most importantly, the user and customer experiences, with the ultimate goal to deliver the best coffee possible.
Coming up next, the student winner in the Commercial Equipment category. This year's student winner is Luno, Sleep Apnea Assistant by Anna Gabala for Umeå Institute of Design, a product system that helps patients manage obstructive sleep apnea by monitoring their health and providing accurate guidance and support.
This entry identified a product category that has clearly been underserved by design, and it delivers a compelling solution that is thoughtful and well-designed. Luno shows how a design-driven approach to research and development can make all the difference in redefining an entire product category. It leverages the psychology of habit-forming practices to engage the patient as their daily mentor. The appearance that blends in with modern home decor and appliances breaks away from the medical apparatus look that scares many patients away.
A huge round of applause with this year's Commercial Equipment winners.
Coming up next, we've got our winners in the Consumer Technology category.
This year's Consumer Technology category was led by David Lipkin and includes Niti Ban, Aaron Day, Yoko Zawa, and Melina Sadeh.
In the professional category, this year's consumer technology winner is Yodo Mini by Pentagram for Yodo, an interactive screen-free audio player that aims to feed kids' curiosity with inspiring audio, sparking creative play and learning with products that are tactile and intuitive for all ages.
As a jury, we were excited about products that solved real needs for people using technology and good design, products that didn't actively surveil users, and that elicited delight from our somewhat jaded group of veteran designers. So we'd like to congratulate the team behind the Yodo Mini. They did all of these things really well. The product bridges the gap between digital online music and tangible artifacts that harken back to records and cassettes and allow kids and adults to interact with and enjoy music. We all thought we'd like to own one, and it made us all smile. Congrats again to the team behind the Yodo Mini.
Next up, we're announcing the student winner in the consumer technology category. This year's student winner is Morph, a wireless portable mouse made of electronics and laser-cut leather that can adapt to each individual's hand shape, by Tien Rue Shea of Georgia Institute of Technology.
As a jury, we were excited about products that solve real needs for people using practical technology that were well considered and executed, and that elicited delight from our somewhat jaded group of veteran designers. We want to congratulate the team from Georgia Tech for Morph. They managed to take a very old piece of tech, the mouse, and surprise us. Their mouse, made of organic materials, is personal, intimate, and still highly functional. It is beautiful, clever, and promises to improve the thing we all use all day when we're working or playing on our devices.
Let's give a round of applause to all these consumer technology winners.
Woo!
Coming up next, the winner in the Design Education Initiative category. This is a professional-only category, so there's just one winner to be crowned.
This year's Design Education Initiative category was led by Sarah B. Brooks and includes Shalini Agrawal, Ruki Newhold Ravi Kumar, Dr. Pierce, Otholil Gordon, and Omari Souza.
The winner in this year's Design Education Initiative category is Newbots Toolkit by Haizun Yoon and Ali Starbanov for Newbots, a modular soft robotics construction kit that allows creators to explore the world of soft robotics in playful ways.
Our jury wanted to congratulate the Newbots team, the winners of this year's award. We were so struck by the project. It made a deep impression on all of us. The thoughtfulness of the flexible purposes of the Newbots, they're affordable, they're easy to use for education, storytelling, and dynamic art. And we particularly appreciated that they can be used as an expression of gratitude for the privileges and opportunities we have to pursue research in an exciting, emerging field and collaborate with people from diverse backgrounds. Great work.
Congratulations to this year's Design Education Initiative winner.
All right, moving on to our Design for Social Impact category.
This year's Design for Social Impact category was led by Pickett Slater Harrington and includes Brian C. Rubin.
Kicking it off first with professionals. The winner in this year's Design for Social Impact category is Design for Belonging, a redesign of Massachusetts College of Art and Design's departmental experiences to center students of color and foster belonging, by Agency Design for Massachusetts College of Art and Design.
This project focused on systems change, but looking at the institutional level. It focused on putting students at the center of design and creating more diversity within the institution. Once again, congratulations to Design for Belonging.
Next, the student winner in the Design for Social Impact category. Your student winner in the 2022 awards is Anti-Racist Pop-Ups, a set of designed activities that enabled participants to reflect on their experiences to identify racism, imagine equitable futures, and co-design anti-racist infrastructures where they can be protagonists of change, by ID Team of the Institute of Design at Illinois Tech.
This project focused on disrupting racist outcomes through design and placemaking. It had stunning, simple visuals, but it was grounded in community. And it helped promote agency, and it was action-oriented. Once again, congratulations to Anti-Racist Pop-Ups.
Some awesome projects right there. Give a round of applause to our Design for Social Impact winners. Woo!
We're excited to announce next the winners in the Furniture and Lighting category.
This year's furniture and lighting category was led by Ian Yang and includes Estelle Bailey Babenzine, Jeremy Tsai, Brian J. Calvero, and Annie Lee Parker.
Starting with professionals, the winner in this year's furniture and lighting category is Strata Beam Bench by Jess Sorrell for Landscape Forms.
The beam benches really spoke to us because it's a product of beautiful contrasts. That between the warm wood and the hardware concrete, between its simplicity and endless configurations, it's also visually light but structurally robust. It symbolizes our desire to build a better, more humane outdoor space where anyone can come and congregate and enjoy each other's company in a really beautiful way.
Next, we'll share the student winner in the furniture and lighting category. This year's student winner is Furniture by Angelo Chang for eShow University.
This year, we saw so many really creative entries in the student category tackling big problems of today, mental or physical health, sustainabilities. And this fun piece of furniture really exemplifies all of these themes. We love how this was not only made for one user, but for both the parent and the kid. It encourages tactility and grows with the family when it transforms from a slider to a lounger.
Congratulations to this year's amazing furniture and lighting winners.
Next up, we're announcing the winners in the health and wellness category.
This year's health and wellness category was led by Dr. Christina N. Harrington and includes Nadia Bezai, Rachel Deakis, Raja Shar, and Boriana Villo.
We'll start off this category by announcing our professional winner. The winner in this year's health and wellness category is Reimagining the Behavioral Health Experience, an adaptive environment for pediatric behavioral health patients in the emergency department, by Philips and Reconnect for Philips.
See how this could go in a really expensive hospital, but also it could go into a small treatment room somewhere. Like it's an example of a solution that really scale.
It really takes the digital space and makes it feel physical and interactive. And I think conceptually it can be scaled at different budget points, which I think shows the strength of the idea.
And now, the student winner in the health and wellness category. This year's student winner is the Epion Interactive Trauma-Informed Toolkit for couples who have experienced sexual assault, a project by Dana Pang of the Copenhagen Institute of Interaction Design.
What specifically stood out for me for this entry is that it was very well informed with user research, with user experience research, expert level interviews, and testing and validating their prototype with real users. And it's very important way to address mental health in this very practical manner.
Let's give it up for this year's health and wellness winners.
Coming up next is our announcement of the winners in the home and living category.
This year's home and living category was led by Nicole Rulak and includes Alexis Brunko, Nicola Rostin, Hector Silva, and Joy Young.
Starting with professionals, the winner in this year's home and living category is the Outlines Shower Liner System by David Verchek for Outlines, a more recyclable product system for shower liners.
We live in a time where we cannot afford for impact to not be front and center of our design thinking. Your shower liner system is a perfect example of how everyday objects can and should be reimagined for a more sustainable future. By removing materials and extra parts, it is a great way in which design can innovate greener solutions for a better and healthier planet.
Following pros, we've got the announcement of the student winner in the home and living category. This year's student winner is Nora, a solution for providing privacy and comfort in multi-generational homes, by Niels van Gils, Yuan Hong, and Heinrich Zandschirm of Umea Institute of Design.
Nora is a beautiful design that perfectly encapsulates conceptual out-of-the-box thinking. Your empathetic reflection of our shared experiences throughout the pandemic is so greatly appreciated. By creating space to focus, find solitude, or simply escape into our own world, This has always been important for our own personal experience and lives.
Whew. Wow.
All right, well, we're halfway through all of these entries. What do you think, Kaching?
All the projects are so inspirational, so deserving. All the winners. The one I really liked was the robotics project, where very unconventional, very innovative. You don't think about soft robotics when that word comes up. So I love what they did with that project.
Yeah, it's cool to see what could come of people using inflatables in robotics.
Yeah, that's so cool. What was your favorite?
I love how there's kind of this common thread with a lot of projects, being very impact focused, you know, really thinking about that end user and how you can make your life better. And I'm excited to see what's coming next and what other patterns will emerge. So
sweet. Yeah, let's keep going.
All right, let's get into it. And now we're ready to announce the winners in the interaction category.
This year's interaction category was led by Raquel Bredernitz and includes Desiree Zamora Garcia, Romello Goodman, Jordan Shade, Ryan Swedenberg, Drew Thomas, and Ruhai Youngblood.
Starting with professionals, the winner in this year's interaction category is Symbolom Circle by Daily to Le Jour for Leggett Park, Budapest, a series of musical tiles located near Budapest's House of Music that create impromptu orchestras out of pedestrian choreographies and pay tribute to Hungary's musical legacy.
We were most impressed by the thoughtfulness of the details and the polish shown in the experience, from the architecture of the plaza to the visual and aesthetic choices and the ties between the instrument and its cultural place. In a simple concept expressed through simple materials, design transcends language and becomes a multi-sensory ephemeral moment within a very physical space. The audience becomes the musicians themselves. We also appreciate that it's inclusive and considers many different modes of interaction, from foot to hand to wheel, with its sensors.
Up next, the student winner in the interaction category. Your student winner for the 2022 awards is Micromort, a fictional currency that converts social value into economic value, defining a price for each death in the world depending on where it occurs. By Carlotta Bacchini, Pietro Foreno, Alvise Upesi, Davide Parocchini, Elisa Carbone, and Enzo Taboada for Politecnia di Milano.
With Micromort, the student team takes aim at the belief that death has always the same value, regardless of where it occurs, setting its skewering sight on society's value of the dead across economic and humanitarian gaps, cryptocurrency and algorithmic determinations of value, and the stock exchange. The project ranges across the physical and the digital, with an eerie stock exchange monolith displaying the fluctuations of the so-named Micromort currency, and a touchscreen globe within which you can travel through time and geography via the lens of deaths and their so-called social value.
With Micromort, I really like the fact that it uses speculative design to reframe our world as we see it. I think it is in line with the best science fiction, which always takes the structures and the world as we see it today and just changes your framing around it and how you see it in a way to make you think and reevaluate things. That's a really cool project.
What a lineup! Congrats to all of the 2022 interaction winners.
Coming up next, we'll be sharing the winners in the packaging category.
This year's packaging category was led by Kim Bates and includes Gail Anderson, Jenna Capobianco, Robin Dutra, Jared Richardson, and Wally Krantz.
Beginning with professionals, the winner in this year's packaging category is Zebra Beer by Lin Yoon Creative for Cardenberg Wine Company.
The biggest theme that we saw this year was sustainability, and we were really happy to see that. But we wanted to pick a brand that not only brought sustainability to the table, but also gave us some joy, some surprise, and some delight. And that brand was Zebra Beer. We were really impressed with your use of creative typography. It made you want to taste every bottle. But even more surprising was the insight that it leaves an annoying watermark on the table. So we loved what you did with the bottom of the bottle to leave a branded watermark, just like the zebra does.
Next up, the student winner in the packaging category. This year's student winner is ODD Hair Care by Jocelyn Zhao of Art Center College of Design.
You really brought a whole new, fresh, and modern approach to sustainable beauty packaging. We were really impressed. It made you want to unwrap, smell, use, and be amazed by this all-new bar shampoo category. And that's something that's hard to do. So congratulations to the Odd Hair Care team. You knocked it out of the park.
Let's hear it with this year's packaging winners.
And now, the winners in the personal accessory category.
This year's personal accessory category was led by Janet Lieberman-Liu and includes David Block, Adriana C. Vasquez-Ortiz, and Reed Schlegel.
Let's kick off the personal accessory category with our professional winner. The winner in this year's category for 2022 is the All Day Shoe by Patrick Hogan from Munjoy Inc., a 4-in-1 footwear solution that can be worn as a sneaker, sandal, mule, or open-toe sneaker.
Our jury had seen several attempts at designing convertible shoes before, but none as well thought out as the all-day shoe. We thought it would especially appeal to the type of consumer who wears Tom shoes for having similar aesthetic and brand ethos. And looking at the online reviews, it seems that they've been successful in some of the aspects that are harder to evaluate just by looking at them, like comfort, versatility, and durability, which validates the concept doesn't just look good on paper.
Next up, the student winner in the personal accessory category. This year's student winner is Unravel Calendar by Malika Khurana for Carnegie Mellon University, a 12-month Gregorian knit calendar made entirely of yarn that represents time through rows of stitches, builds on sustainable design movements, including design for disassembly, cradle to cradle, distributed making, and emotionally durable design.
We thought that the Unravel Calendar was a unique idea that made us look at an everyday object in a different way. The concept that instead of becoming waste, one would have a usable ball of yarn at the end was particularly interesting. I could imagine the user who pulled and wound day by day, then knit a scarf the next year. It made me wonder how that concept could be applied to other products.
A huge round of applause for this year's personal accessory winners. Woohoo!
Next up, we'll be sharing the winners in the service design category.
This year's service design category was led by Kirsten Southwell and includes Arundhati Bagrodia, Michael Corey, Rebecca Jimenez, and Chris Lazama.
First up, the professional winner in this year's service design category is Neuro Zero Occupant Autonomous Delivery Vehicle, a solution designed for last-mile goods delivery by Neuro for Neuro's retail partners.
The jury just felt that this was one that every stakeholder felt totally considered and satisfied in all of their service equations. The storytelling was super rich and compelling and exemplified both its urgency and its relevancy and its practicality. So congratulations, Neuro.
Coming up next, the student winner in the service design category. This year's student winner is Bug Box, a meal delivery service that evangelizes edible insects as a staple ingredient in daily meals, by Sean Harita of University of Washington.
I think the entire jury felt it was provocative, it was compelling. It led to amazing conversations about how we individually were convinced and moved by the work. Every detail was considered, every possible context, the diagrams, the service blueprints. It was exceptionally executed, extremely thoughtful, and just a really fun idea.
Great job to all this year's service design winners.
Woohoo! Let's move on now to our winners in the speculative design category.
This year's speculative design category was led by Alicia Bagat and includes Holly Friend, Brian David Johnson, Doc Martins, and Mansi Parikh.
Starting with professionals, the winner in this year's speculative design category is Imagination is a Commons, an experimental engagement meant to spark conversation about long-range alternative pathways for global development to life for the UN Development Program, by Stuart Candy and Sita Verbakel for United Nations Development Program.
We chose this project in part because it really hit the right note between art and speculation. The physical artifacts really grabbed our attention, and they were a really beautiful way to tell a story. We especially like the thoughtfulness behind tailoring each artifact to each recipient and the attention to the audience. The project aims at providing thought-provoking stimulus to decision makers at the UN was highly impactful and as a whole really hit everything we were looking for. Congratulations.
Next up, the student winner in the speculative design category. Your 2022 student winner is After Apiaries, a speculative exploration of the looming danger of climate change by Botuan Levanta Kiss for Moholy Nagy University of Art and Design.
We loved this project as it showed potential for hope in the face of climate change. Normally climate change futures projects are very much at the macro level, and this brought it down to the personal and village level in a beautifully told story. It was designed specifically for a certain place that the creator had a connection with. The design touched on everything from farming tools to the end product. A really thoughtful and touching project. Congratulations.
Congratulations to this year's speculative design winners.
Next up, we're looking at the best designs in the world of games and athletics, the winners in the sports and recreation category.
This year's sports and recreation category was led by Dr. Susan L. Sokolowski and includes John Acevedo, Yuki Aihara, Christelle Thu Hogsted, and Carly Mick.
Let's begin with professionals. The pro winner in this year's sports and recreation category is Superspace, a magnetic modular play space built for kids by 4Design for Everplay Ltd.
Our jury appreciated the packability, simplicity of form, and consideration of sustainability for your product. More importantly, we are fans of Superspace being analog, where users can apply their own creativity to innovate structures and environments, all while keeping the household clean and tidy without random boxes, sticky tape, and sheets cluttered about. We love that this product can help support users psychologically by providing them confidence, a safe space for quiet reflection and comfort.
Next, we'll announce the student winner in the sports and recreation category. This year's student winner is Wiggle, a flexible play system that uses silicone joints to create wiggly and bouncy structures and shapes by Britton Kressler of Royal College of Art.
There were several reasons why our jury fell in love with this product. First, in a time when kids are addicted to screens, we appreciated how this product encourages self-led creativity to imagine dynamic structures. The system has a refreshing modern aesthetic and is universally designed, meaning that users of all abilities, beliefs, geographies, economics, and ages would find joy building and inventing new structures. We think it is important as designers to think about inclusivity. We also appreciated how you championed the design process. Kudos to you on your achievement.
A big round of applause for this year's sports and recreation winners.
Now we're announcing our winners in the strategy and research category.
This year's strategy and research category was led by Dr. Natalie Nixon and includes Kevin Bethune, Farah Bostic, and Desmond Dickerson.
The professional winner in this year's strategy and research category is Generating Behavioral Insights Using Rapid Research Approaches, a series of data collection techniques that social science researchers can employ when conducting behavioral research by ThinkPlace Kenya Limited for Zapigo Corporation.
Here's what we loved about this project. The research approach was full of dignity and care, and it truly leveraged design skills to create digestible collateral and design interventions, while also leveraging a range of tools. And it also was successful in working around the issue of remote research.
And now, our student winner in the strategy and research category. Your 2022 student winner is Recuring Diaper Recycling System, a solution that enhances waste's benefits for Taiwan's healthcare system, making diapers a valuable future economic resource for recycling by Tao Wei Peng for National Taiwan University of Science and Technology.
For this project, what really stood out to us was the rigorous participatory research. There was a lot of visualization along every step and very effective infographics. This team also took a real leap to design a new kiosk, and they peppered into their presentation a lot of helpful statistics. We saw that this could be a truly scalable project, and it was built on an existing commitment that hasn't been going so well.
Another round of applause for this year's strategy and research winners.
Coming up next, we've got the winners in the Tools and Work category.
This year's Tools and Work category was also led by Janet Lieberman-Liu and includes David Block, Reed Schlegel, and Adriana C. Vasquez-Ortiz.
Starting with professionals, the winner in this year's Tools and Work category is Symphony Classroom by LDA for Merlin Mind, the first digital classroom assistant built specifically for teachers, designed to simplify the work and to make technology availability in classrooms more natural and accessible.
Apart from being aesthetically beautiful with a consistent design language, it struck us as being a well-designed and researched solution for the application. It provides the digital assistant experience that we have all grown accustomed to the specific environment of the classroom, knowing that seamlessness is key for teachers who don't have much time or energy to devote to learning new interfaces or technologies.
Next, we'll announce the student winner in the Tools and Work category. This year's student winner is View, a webcam that offers a completely new way to communicate over online video, transforming any flat physical surface into a shareable platform. By Alex DeSouza for Brunel University London.
As the world moves towards more and more virtual collaboration, View seems like a simple tool that solves a real problem in the market, the ability to sketch in real time in a meeting. I know that I have attempted to hold the paper up to my webcam many times, largely unsuccessfully, while trying to build off of a colleague's idea or checking my understanding of what they're proposing. The visual design is simple, and the technology to adjust the perspective instead of needing a top-down shot is the key selling point.
Congratulations to the 2022 Tools and Work winners.
Next up, an exciting category. We're announcing our 2022 transportation winners.
This year's transportation category was led by Shell Kimmin and includes Serena DeMori, Francis Polera, and Robert Walker.
Starting with professionals, the winner in this year's transportation category is Cake Maca, a lightweight yet robust electric moped designed to hit both city streets and outback adventures while doubling as a smart configuration platform for everyday mobility needs. By Cake for Cake.
We picked in the professional category Cake Maca because of its mass market adoption potential, affordability, function, and design. We thought it would help more people embrace electronic bikes, which is a big market win.
Next up, the student winner in the transportation category. This year's student winner is Alfresco EV Charging, a traffic barrier system equipped with an electric vehicle charger that makes sidewalk outdoor dining safer and EV charging more accessible. By Yoon Jae Song of Art Center College of Design.
For a student project, we picked Alfresco primarily because it was a community-driven project featuring safety and novel charging solutions. It tackled a lot of urban issues all at once, bringing value to restaurants, diners, communities, and enabling zero-emission vehicles.
A big round of applause for this year's transportation winners.
We're just a few categories away from announcing all of this year's winners. Coming up next, we have the visual communication category.
This year's visual communication category was led by Dana Arnett and includes Lisa Babb, Antonio Garcia, Sue Matthews-Hale, and Silas Monroe.
Now we'll announce the professional winner in this year's visual communication category. Your 2022 winner is Seeing Outside Boxes, an installation comprising of 20 interconnected boxes of digital signages tackling the topic of global warming by Play Design Lab for the National Science and Technology Museum in Taiwan.
This exhibit utilizes 20 interconnected boxes to reinterpret and pictorialize the effects of global warming. And the jury was unanimous in our feeling that the exhibit masterfully broke down the complexities of scientific modeling through the use of digital media and 3D physical forms. It was a very fun and inspiring reinterpretation of this complex subject, creating a museum experience that captures the imagination for young and old.
And finally, the student winner in the visual communication category. This 2022 student winner is CDC Rebrand, an updated identity and strategy concept for the Center for Disease Control that unites threads between science and humanity, by Aaron Harper for Art Center College of Design.
This student rebranding project aims to capture the public's trust of this venerable institution by pinpointing the very source of what it means to be human, and that's by using the centerpiece of the double helix of DNA as the core identifier in the logo. And the brand expression system further unites that depiction and the threads of life by using beautiful photography, color, and typography to interpret science and humanity.
Let's give it up for this year's visual communication winners.
Woohoo! Coming up now, we're announcing the winners of 3 exciting categories unique to 2022.
The first prize we're awarding is the Keyshot Rendering Prize, sponsored by Keyshot, a prize going to a project that demonstrates outstanding renderings effects. The winner of this prize will win one of our trophies, as well as a free Keyshot license.
It's pretty awesome. To announce the winner, we're handing it off to the Keyshot team.
Keyshot is happy to be a part of the Core77 Design Awards again this year. All of us at Keyshot were incredibly impressed with all the entries in the Core77 Design Awards Keyshot prize category. Congratulations to everyone. And without further ado, we're excited to announce that this year's Keyshot prize goes to Cafe Affetto Automatic Espresso Machine by Lauren Platz and Emily Wise for GE Appliances. We were struck by the incredible realism and detail in the renderings for this project. The design team used Keyshot renders to visualize rough early concepts, more finalized concepts for reviews with internal and external stakeholders, images for consumer research, and final product renderings for use in marketing materials, sales pitches, and even design award entries. We're so happy to award the Keyshot prize this year, and again, congratulations to Lauren and Emily.
Congratulations to the design team at GE. Those renderings were amazingly detailed and lifelike.
I know, I had trouble deciding if they were real, if they were renderings.
Yeah, I totally thought they were real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, we're announcing the winner of the Sappy Prize, sponsored by Sappy.
As the best use of paper for the awards this year, Sappy selected the Here to Stay poster and advertising campaign by the Center for Urban Pedagogy and designer Grace Hahn on behalf of nonprofit The Door. The beautifully designed campaign helps to educate at-risk immigrant youth who want a green card about the legal process to apply for and receive a card. Printed on Sappy paper, posters in multiple languages and an educational guide will be distributed to key locations to effectively communicate this important information.
Congratulations to the Sappy Prize winners this year.
And finally, we're announcing a project we're particularly excited about, in the Sustainability Prize, sponsored by Sappy.
This prize, which honors one professional and one student project that exemplifies great regenerative design, was judged by an all-star crew of sustainability design experts that we're really excited to have, including Lauren Menard and Bailey Mishler, Dan Kennedy, Monica Martinez, and Shujan Bertrand.
We're excited to announce the professional winner of the Sustainability Prize is the L34 Light by Rab Lighting.
Here's what the jury team had to say about this project. We chose this light as our winner because it checked nearly all of the boxes of our judging criteria. Contract lighting solutions are products that we all overlook too often, even though we know they could use a lot of improvement. The L34 light amazed us with its incredibly low carbon footprint that has a far more compact volume than the typical high bay light, and the ways in which it's designed to do more with less. They were smart with materials, using up to 30% post-industrial recycled plastic from their own injection molding process, and its end-of-life journey plays a critical role throughout the design. We think this light has the potential to become the new standard in contract lighting. Congrats to the entire team at Rab Lighting for this really noble accomplishment. And now we'll announce the student winner of the Sustainability Prize. I'm proud to announce the student winner is Project ArcStar by Nicholas Andreasen for FH Joe Nahum University of Applied Sciences.
The jury team remarked on this project by saying, Although this project is extremely ambitious, it is also one of the most exciting of the entries with the most potential for positive impact. The melting of Arctic glaciers and ice have snowballing effects that will impact the lives of all species on Earth to an extent we cannot yet fathom. Working to fix this problem by employing smart and responsible materials at a large scale with massive positive effect is precisely why we chose it as our winner.
It's an important topic to be tackling.
Yes. Congratulations, Nicholas, on this fantastic achievement. At last, we've done it. This is all of the winners in the 2022 Core77 Design Awards. Congratulations to all of the designers and teams responsible for producing this amazing work over the past year. Clearly, your hard work has paid off.
And if your project was not announced within this ceremony, don't worry. You could still be one of our honorees this year. There are still runner-ups and honorees to name, and tomorrow we'll be sending every single person who entered this year, notifying them if they received an honor within our 18 categories. And tomorrow, anyone can check out the winners either on core77.com or our awards site, designawards.core77.com.
Once all the honorees are notified, this will kick off the beginning of the Core77 Design Awards Community Choice Prize. This time, you get to decide your favorite projects in the awards.
It's true. All honorees will have the chance to share their projects on social and garner attention, and one person will take home our grand prize of $500. So keep an eye out on your inbox for more information coming soon.
Nice.
All of this would not be possible without the support of our sponsors, Keyshot and Sappy. Thank you so much for helping us out this year. And we want to, of course, thank Kaching for co-hosting our awards, as well as Autodesk for hosting us at their beautiful office in Portland, Oregon. So thanks, Kaching.
Oh, our pleasure.
Congratulations again to all of our winners and of course everyone else who entered this year. We're constantly in awe of our out of this world design community and want to thank you for sharing your fantastic work with us at Core77. And don't forget to check out all of our honorees tomorrow morning at designawards.core77.com.
Thanks everyone.
Until next year.